So today is the day we've been dreading a little bit and we are starting to disconnect the engine so it can be removed, so we can replace the cutlass bearing. And I already removed some bits, but we still have to remove some more. We also removed the big engine hatch, so Kim can maybe go in the back and loosen some stuff over there. So what we still have to remove is the throttle cable mount, the electrics, the controls, the exhaust, and the power. Prop shaft itself, and the power. Yeah. So, yeah, nothing to it but to do it, I guess. Alright. Well, let's get to it. So Kim loosened all the bolts.
By myself?
I stood here and watched.
No.
No, just kidding. Wow, they were stuck. Whoa. I don't know what kind of Loctite they used, but whoo-wee. Oh, my hand is like shaking. We hit it with a hammer, and we had to put these jam wedges in. And scarily enough, if you can see that part, that broke off.
Just by touching.
Yeah.
Just doop doop.
That would have been a sunken boat. So I'm glad we ran into that. All the other ones are good, but this one is very, very old. It's from the old gland seal system with the packing cord. And nowadays we have a Volvo seal, but I think they still left the little drip feed on. And looking by the fittings, yeah, they don't look pinkish or something, but I guess they're just old and brittle. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna fix that. That'll be okay. But yeah, I'm happy it happened now. But it is a scary thought that it could have just plopped off. Maybe we were sleeping. You wake up with a layer of water up to your nose, and that's it. So yeah, scary. But luckily we found it now. And I think the prop shaft is loose now.
Yep.
You're doing alright. Time for lunch.
So we are done for today. It took many more hours than we expected it to be.
As usual.
As usual. There were some bolts that were stuck, like they were glued forever or rusted forever. So that took us many hours, but almost all the bolts are loosened right now. There are only two places the engine is still stuck, or...
Yeah, so the control cable for the control panel and the instruments, and the plus and the minus for from the alternator,
Yeah.
and then the mass for the battery.
Yeah.
And the engine mounts, but yeah, if we take those out, the engine would fall into position. So we'll take those out last minute when it's in the slings. So tomorrow, yeah, we have to disconnect the power and the control panel. Sorry. And then put the wooden beam over the hatch. Put tension on it, so it's nice and tight. And then we're gonna take out the engine mounts. And then we should be able to lift it, pull it forward, set it down, take out the prop shaft, change the cutlass bearing, and do the whole thing in reverse. Oh yeah, we're gonna change the engine mounts, so
Yeah.
we're gonna do that. Yeah. And that's probably a little bit easier when it's out. So that's gonna be a bit of a job.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it.
But all in all, it was a good day. It's super warm today. So that made the job a little bit harder. a little bit more sweaty, so I think I'm gonna take a shower now. But yeah, we're almost there, so yeah, I think it was a successful day. I'm sorry, I'm too tired, I cannot think anymore. I don't know what to say, but yeah, it was a successful day. We did most of the parts we needed to do to lift out the engine. And the rest will follow tomorrow, because if we're gonna do it now, we have to disconnect everything. Our fridge has to be disconnected for the entire night. We don't want that, especially not when it's this hot. So we're just gonna let it be for now. And we're gonna start again tomorrow, and then it should just be a few hours, but that's okay. And then we can, yeah, put some power to the fridge again. But for now, it's shower time, it's nap time, then some food, then some more nappies, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bye.
Okay, so
Project engine.
project engine. I have set up this pulley system, and there's gonna be a beam here, that beam. All we have to disconnect is the control cable, so the power to the display, and the rev counter and stuff like this, and the plus and the minus, and the plus from the alternator, and then the engine should be able to come out. Yeah, of course it's still mounted on its engine mounts, but I first want to get some tension on the pulley, and then I want to take off the engine mounts, because you don't want to take out a screw and then bye. Exactly. So I want to prevent that. That would be great if we don't do that. Yeah, that's basically the plan, and then it should sit here for a bit. I don't have any other place to put it, so yeah, let's just do it. I don't want to do it, but let's just do it.
Okay, so here we are. It was a hell of a day, but we got the engine out. You made progress on the cutlass bearing. I took some old parts out from the inside, and the day started out to be a little bit gray and cold, and now it's super warm. So for both of us it was it took a lot of energy, but we made so much progress.
Yes.
And now, ow, I got myself, it hurts. And now we are, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. And now we're just gonna get pizza, because both of us are pretty tired and done. And it took so much energy, not just by lifting and putting like muscle into it, but also by being just a little bit scared to take out the engine. And yeah, so it's mentally and physically
Exhausting.
Exhausting, yeah. Stupid bird. So we're just we decided we're gonna get some pizza, because the engine is still inside the boat, and yeah, there are tools everywhere, and we're tired. So
what a mess.
Yeah, but it's worth it because a lot of parts need to be replaced, more than we thought in the beginning, because there are just a few parts that are corroded or yeah, just not good anymore, just too old. So it's good to replace them so we have a good and fresh engine. But for now we're gonna get some pizza. We're just really tired, so on to the pizza place.
Yeah. Okay, today we are going to refit the cutlass bearing, and we already put in threaded rod, and I have a large amount of washers like this, and I grease them like this. So this is going to create basically a press that is going to push in the cutlass bearing. Kim is inside, she's gonna hold the other nut, and yeah, that way we hope to put the cutlass bearing back in. The cutlass bearing itself is in the fridge right now. It's staying cool, so it becomes a little bit smaller because it is a press fit. So in that way I hope we can put it back in a little easier, but it is, yeah, it's going to be a tight fit, and yeah, it takes a bit of concentration because it needs to go in exactly straight. So wish me luck.
I don't know, it's stuck somewhere.
Well, what a day. We got the new cutlass bearing in, but not all the way. We broke two galvanized steel M10 threaded rods. So the pressure is enormous. There is 16 millimeters left, and we're just gonna cut that off. The bearing is long enough. There's a second bearing in the stern tube as well. I think it's more than good enough, and I don't want to squeeze it too much because you might break it. And I tested it with a 25 millimeter tube, and it fits really nicely now. So we're not going to fiddle too much around with it. We're just going to cut it off. Normally I would say I would leave it, but the prop is actually quite close to the cutlass bearing, and we have a flexible shaft coupling. Yeah, flexible shaft coupling. And what that does is it absorbs misalignments and stuff like this, but also when you put forward drive it will flex a little bit, causing the prop to go forward a little bit. So we need that little bit of space. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Today was quite a day. Everybody was being frustrated around the marina.
Yep.
Everybody was having one of those days. So it's time to stop, have a beer, and chill. And then tomorrow's another day. Wednesday we'll get our new Volvo seal because we decided to replace that whilst we're at it. And yeah, once we get that in, we can put everything back together and then install the engine, align it, do a pre-alignment, and then when it's in the water for a week we do a second alignment, because then the hull is set back to its water shape. And then we should have a nicely running engine for the coming years. So that's nice.
Many thanks to our friendly neighbor Erik from Ukiva. I do not have the strength in me to pull it all the way. Yeah, it was a frustrating job. We probably couldn't have done it with the two of us. So he helped us out a lot. He made some new parts. He helped us give us his full power and strength to pull the rod. So yes,
to break 2 M10
to break 2 M10 yeah.
threaded rods.
So many thanks to him. Yeah. So but for now,
A beer.
a beer. Cheers. We're gonna treat Eric to a beer soon, but he's busy helping other people. So yeah, what a friendly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But cheers to today.
So guys, today we are changing the engine mounts. Tomorrow our new Volvo seal will come in, so I would like to get the engine prepped for hoisting back in. Today, that would be nice. And here is an old engine mount. So this is the original Nunny, and I think because it's painted blue, I think it's still original from the date of install, which is quite a while ago actually. Let me put the camera down so I can show you. Let me make some space. Here we go. Which is actually quite a while. So this is the old engine mount, and the hardness number, which you can find here, 45. But if I do like this, you see, I can move it actually quite easily. So I think this rubber has seen its best day, and I can also see if you, let me see if you see it. Yeah. This rubber had its best day, which makes sense because the engine is from 2007, which is quite a while ago. This is a new engine mount. It's from a company called Ellebogen. And I'm saying ellebogen because that is the Dutch word for elbow. It's a Spanish company, but let me just check. This is slightly softer by the advice from Ellebogen. But yeah, I can barely move it. While this one, you see, I can pull out the rubber. Let me see. See? It delaminated. Ah, yeah, I can fully take these out. Yeah, so the rubber is actually separated. Or is here. I hope you can see it. There. It's still very stiff. So these are basically the same size. However, this one has a bigger washer on top of it. So we are going to have to trim the size a bit, and well, we're going to have to put it in and then make an alignment and do all that stuff. So first I'm going to trim them to the old size, so to the size of the previous engine mounts, and then we're gonna let the engine sit for 48 hours, do a first alignment, and then take the boat into the water and do a second alignment, because the boat will change shape when it's in the water. You can have the stiffest boat in the world, it's not the same shape when it's on the hard. And that of course affects the alignment between the engine and the end of the propeller shaft. So that's it for today. Maybe we can do some other small jobs. I want to do some polishing still and stuff like this, but yeah, that's about it for today.
Hello.
Hello. It's the next day. Two of the bolts are still very, very stuck. I'm done breaking my back in a very narrow area, and I'm gonna take the option as the locals do and just put a grinding wheel to it. They put grinding wheels to everything around here. I know it's not okay in marinas, but I guess in this one it's okay, and it really speeds up our process. Instead of being frustrated with two bolts, cut them off. I'm gonna give the mounting brackets a nice little paint touch up, and then we can put the new mounts on and we can have a wonderful day. Yeah, that's basically the plan. I'm just gonna take a cutting wheel to this and gently cut it off. Maybe it will release before we cut it off, maybe not. We'll see, but that's the plan. The nuclear option. Here we go. Cool. You can just turn it up right now. Yeah. It's not how it works, because I'll show you. Yeah, it's a lot of dirt, but I cut through almost most of it and then gave it a bit of a twist, and then it'll come off. But you can't do that without cutting it off. So, bing, bada, boom. Okay, so the paint is dry. It looks a lot better than it used to. Now I'm gonna mount back the new mounts, and the front one. This is from the front mount. It's quite easy because usually, let's take this old one. There's an adjuster nut on the bottom, and there's a little space in between. It shouldn't be too much, because if it sits too high on the stud, then you can get excess movement. However, our front ones, they had a custom nut where the mounting sat on, and look, there's no threads, and it's been reduced in size. So that means our engine sits really low in the front, which is not a bad thing, to be honest, because the lower it sits on the mount, the better it is, because it has less lateral movement. Also means we probably don't have much room to adjust. So that's the other side, but we'll live with that.
So the time has come to hoist back our lovely engine. I replaced the parts here, we put the prop shaft back. So now it's time so I can move my ass again. It doesn't look ready because there's stuff everywhere. But we're ready to do this. We're gonna let the motor sit on its new mounts for 48 hours. Something like that, that's recommended. And then we're gonna reattach everything. But we're just gonna let it sit first, because if we're gonna reattach all the hoses and all the things that we took apart, you're gonna lean on the engine, you're gonna pull it a little bit, and the new mounts have to sit for a little bit. So we're just gonna put it back, let it rest, let it sit. And then after 48 hours we're gonna start assembling the engine again. But for now,
yeah,
it's hoisting time!
time for the hoist.
So let's just do it.
Yep. Wow. It's in. Yeah, we're not gonna connect it fully yet with all the hoses and the stuff, and because one, we have to do alignment, so maybe we have to lift it up a little bit and then put it back down a little to shift it around a little bit. And the rubbers, they need to bed in, they need to stand just for 48 hours. It's some polymer elastomer thing similar to Dyneema, I don't know, very technical. It says in the instructions, so we're just gonna do it. So we just carry on with other stuff. Kim is very tired, so I think we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna call it a day. Maybe I'll do some polishing of the hull later when the sun goes down, and that's it for today. It was a very successful day.
Yay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
So to recap, we have a new exhaust elbow that started all the issues. We have new engine mounts, we have a new cutlass bearing, we have a new Volvo seal. Yeah, that's about it.
New hoses.
Oh yeah, we put some new hoses on the thing. The thing on the thing. Yeah, you get it.
The beer pot.
Yeah, the beer, this thing. What's it called? What's the name in English? I don't know. Strainer.
Strainer.
Sea strainer. The sea strainer. Just gonna get some new hoses. Those already cut the size.
And a thing broke off, we replaced that.
Yeah, a thing broke off and we replaced it. I don't even remember. We put some new paint on the engine. We removed some rust. When it's in the water, I'll do a valve adjustment, and then we should be good for
15 years!
nah,
Woo!
for a little bit. I already changed the oil before it came out, so I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Good. Bye.